Hey everyone, and welcome to the Dose of Bliss show. Today we have Heather Marianna, and she is the founder of Beauty Kitchen, and I can't wait for her to share her Dose of Bliss.
Thank you for having me.
For people who don't know, before we get started, can we explain what Beauty Kitchen is?
I created Beauty Kitchen in my garage 8 years ago, almost 9 now. It's all natural skincare, clean, simple ingredients that's actually very effective. I've helped with a lot of skin issues, but I help people with a lot of skin issues, from friends to celebrities to just talking to people at the grocery store.
That's amazing. So you started in a garage. How did this happen? So many people have dreams of something they want to do,
Yeah.
but for some reason they're held back. So can you explain what that process was like?
I always have this funny story. So I started doing how to make your own face mask videos on YouTube like back in 2013. And because I was making them for my friends, and it was really helping their skin and my skin as well. Because my skin, like, I still get like bad, like cystic acne sometimes, and all the stuff, you know, like from the doctors and stuff is just full of chemicals. So we don't want to use that. So I started doing stuff for myself, my friends. So then I thought, I'm going to share this on YouTube. And so I started doing that on YouTube, and then I started getting requests from people like, hey, can you send me some stuff? So I started sending stuff out to people. I did this anti-cellulite coffee scrub, and I mean, we're talking like I got like 500,000 views, which isn't a lot now, but back then I was like, whoa. And then I sent it off to like Brandi Glanville from the Housewives. So she started tweeting about it, and then it was just kind of like one thing after another. And now we have like a ton of celebrities that use our stuff, and we get asked to do a lot of celebrity events. And I don't know, you just have to keep at it, is what I did. I mean, I surely didn't think I was going to have 3 factories, 3 stores, and all this stuff back in 2013.
You go to a garage to 3 factories working with celebrities. That's amazing.
I know, it's crazy.
Do you have any special habits for manifestation that took you to this place?
So actually, you know what, talking about manifestation, it's so funny because I have my old journals. So when I was in my garage, I would write all the time, and I journal. I actually just bought this one yesterday at my favorite crystal shop. So I would write in there, I will have my products with celebrities. I will have my first factory will have an office in the front with a clear window. And I promise you, like, everything came true. And I even wrote down over and over and over, I will not pay more than $1,000 a month. Like, $1,000 a month. And I found one for $990, and I was like, what? So yeah, I mean, I think journaling and just speaking it in the universe really does help, and you have to keep at it, because I kind of fell off for like, I'm gonna say like a year, and then I started back up again. And it's crazy how your mindset and things just change so rapidly.
That's amazing. How long did it take these things to manifest?
I started in my garage in 2013. I probably had my first warehouse by, I would say, 2015. And it's a warehouse in a building with separate warehouses. And now I have the entire building.
That is amazing. So what do you think about affirmations made it work? Is there something that you do while you're writing the affirmations, or a way you think about it?
When I do it, I like to be completely silent. I like to be alone. I usually light candles. I love white sage candles. I burn sage all the time too, and herbs. I'm actually going to my favorite crystal shop today to buy herbs because they were closed yesterday. And I just really like to concentrate, and I think that you have to stay at it, because I think also not only doing the affirmations and journaling, and not only like it helps you really like focus, because you have to do the work to get there, right? It keeps you focused. It makes you have a better mindset, and I just think it makes you think so much clearer about what you want to do, and I think it helps you accomplish.
I completely agree, because the biggest thing that I hear people say is, how can I write this down? And it's like, is a car going to pop up in front of me? And
right.
I think what people don't realize is it changes your mindset, and your mindset is everything. Once you start thinking about it, you start seeing an opportunity that might always have been there, but you wouldn't have even known how to tackle it if you weren't
very true
thinking about it. But it's crazy, the fact down to how much money you wanted to pay for.
I have my old journals. I have them and on my bookshelf, and it was like $990 I ended up paying, and I pay that times 4 now because I ended up taking over the whole building. But I was like under $1,000, which people are going to be like $1,000. But our offices, just so everybody knows, are in Boulder City, Nevada, right outside of Vegas. It's a little small town. So things are very much cheaper here, you know? So for that, for me staying $1,000, that was about right. Cause I was thinking like apartment price here, you know? And yeah, it's $990. It's crazy. I'm like, and it had a window in the front too, and an office in the front. So and I thought it was so cool when I moved in. I was like, I have my own. And then it was like, oh, well, maybe I can't fill all these bottles by myself. I'd be like, oh, my back hurts. Oh my God. So then I got like help, and you know, now I have a staff of like 15. It's crazy.
How did you find out about this? Were you like born knowing about affirmations? Did someone bring you into it? Was there a time you weren't manifesting?
I think honestly, I've always been a really good manifester since I was young, because my grandmother really would be like, if you want to do something, you have to think about it, and you have to work hard, and you have to stay focused. And maybe she wasn't so much like into the manifestation thing, but when I was in college, and you know, then when like everyone started doing The Secret and all that stuff, I've always been kind of drawn to that stuff. I've always been reading books about crystals and all that stuff all through college. So I've always really been into it. And I think, like I said, just staying focused and actually doing it, which is why I bought my new journal, because I finished my other one 2 days ago. And I was like, I need a new one or I'm going to fall off again. So yeah, because you have to stay on it, you know, really just it's just always kind of been a thing that I've been into.
Every time you start a new journal, do you write the same things in it?
I always say that I'm thankful for all the stuff that I do have, and just try to be thankful every morning for things that, you know, like even just having a car. I mean, because there's so many things that, you know, we have to be thankful of. And I did this exercise. There's this book called The Magic. I don't know have you heard of it?
I've heard of it, yeah.
Okay, so I picked it up at this little, I'm obsessed with bookstores. This little bookstore actually in LA. It was the one that they did, they filmed The You season 2, I think, or whatever. So I picked it up there, and it's all these practices, and it's like every day you have to write down 25 things that you're thankful for and the other 25. So by the end of it, you have like this whole list of hundreds, right? And I was like, how am I going to keep thinking of stuff to be thankful for? But you really have a lot to be thankful for. So I always start with that, everything that I've already manifested, all that. And then I start to writing about new stuff, because I feel like you can't let new things in your life unless you're thankful, and you can't take other stuff for granted. You know what I mean?
That's something I want to talk about next, how you balance it. Something that I think, and I don't hear people talk about, is once you manifest things, what does it feel like? Because I often find myself wanting to manifest more, and exactly what you said, not always feeling grateful for what I achieved. You feel stuck. Have you ever felt that way?
As far as like being stuck, you know, I think it's easy, like when you do manifest stuff, like to become somewhat complacent and like, you know, fall off of like still like manifesting and still being grateful per se, because I've been in that position with my business where I'm like, oh my God, we're killing it. Right. And then I'm just like busy, you know, helping ship orders, whatever it is I have to do. And then I'm not journaling and stuff. And then I feel like always, and this always happens. I was just talking to my friend Jennifer about this the other day. I took her to lunch. As time goes on, when you're not doing it, shit starts to go downhill really fast, at least for me. So I think it's like a universal, like wake up call. You know what I mean? Like you think everything's all good, and then stuff will slowly, for me, start to be taken away, and in ways that I didn't even see coming, you know, like, oh, I thought that order was on lock. Day before, cancel. You know what I mean?
Like, so it's like coronavirus. I thought my goals were happening. Oh, the coronavirus. Now I got to sit back and think about it.
Oh, I know. And you know what's so funny with coronavirus, you know, we ramped up our hand sanitizer manufacturing, and we've donated a bunch, and we've been selling crazy hand sanitizer. But it's like, I always have to think of how to turn something bad into something good. And I think just doing the manifestations, journaling, staying positive, even in these crazy times, it keeps my head right. And in order for me to, if I have my head right, then I think everything else goes good, and I can lead my team and all that stuff even better, which makes the betterment of everything.
And that's another thing that affirmations teach us, that really any good business person or person should really know, is they teach you how to reframe a situation. So you could have been like, oh my gosh, coronavirus, what am I going to do? Oh, wait, we're a beauty company. We can do hand sanitizer. Let's flip this situation and make it work in our best benefit. And that's what affirmations do. They change your thought process. So it's not that bad things aren't coming your way. It's you are more equipped to handle these things. So you don't.
100%. 100%. Because I was doing all these TV interviews outside our store because we were doing curbside pickup for hand sanitizer. And I was making jokes like, we've been selling hand sanitizer for 2 years, just nobody gave a crap. You know what I mean? So, you know, now we're, you know, doing a lot. We have a ton of celebrity collabs for our hand sanitizer. So that's really cool. That
is amazing. It's so interesting too that people are like, how do you work with celebrities? How do you do that? But it's really a frequency that those people, I find everyone I've ever met who's successful lives on this certain frequency of manifestation, because obviously they had to manifest to be where they are. So they had to do a similar process to get there. And once you're there, you're all kind of like, oh, I know it when I see it.
Yeah, 100%.
I saw on your Instagram, you posted something about not needing to worry so much about others. And I thought that's something important too, to realize, because when, at least the way I'm thinking about it, when you're wanting to achieve a goal, we worry about others in so many ways. Like, is a person going to come at us for what we want? You know, or it could be, is it going to be too many good things where I don't get a break? All the things you can worry about someone else. So can you kind of explain what you meant by that post? Because that really resonated with me as well.
Yeah, what I meant by that post is, so years ago, like I always used to be so worried, like, what do people think? Or Karen over there that hates me, what's she gonna write online? You know what I mean? We all worry about stuff. Once you stop worrying about that stuff and stay laser focused on just what you're doing, like, how many beauty brands are out there? Tons. You know, like, there's Beauty Kitchen isn't even in Sephora. You know what I mean? I just focus on what I'm doing and what I do every day in my life, and I don't look at other stuff. And it just makes things so much easier. And I think it makes things way more possible because you're not wasting so much time with the worry and all that kind of stuff. It's very hard to do. And it took me a long time.
When I look at you, I would never even think the thought, she's not in Sephora. But you have had the thought, I'm not in Sephora. Yeah. And you have the struggle of comparing yourself to people. Oh, I need to do this. I want to get in Sephora. There's other people.
Exactly.
And so you have to separate yourself, because we have to go at our own pace, you know, like with your baby, you don't worry about when someone else is walking. You don't worry if you fall down, you just do it. You know, if time didn't matter, but you're making progress and that you're happy. I think that's something people need to focus on that no one teaches you. They just teach you to hustle and to keep going.
Yeah, like you can't, like I look at like a lot of girls that post on Instagram, you know, and I'm like, how do you do your makeup every day like that? Like, some days I'm so busy, I don't even have time to like wash my hair. I get these blowouts, I put it up, I'm like, 2 days I'm good, you know, because I'm so busy. But I'm like, I don't have the time for that. Whereas other people look at them and they're like, oh, I wish I looked like that. Or I wish you know what I mean? You just can't do that, you know, and it's a very hard skill to like master per se. But once you do, your life will completely change.
And how do you master that? Obviously, affirmations and gratitude is one. Is there anything else?
Affirmation, yeah, gratitude, journaling, just being very self-aware of how I am, and like, I don't really, you know, like, I don't know, I'm one of those people who never really know what's going to come out of my mouth or whatever. Like, like customers kid, and I'll be like, oh crap, I said the F word. You know what I mean? Like, but it's just the way I am. And if people want to go behind my back and say they think I'm a little kooky or whatever, let them, you know what I mean? Whatever. Not worried about it, staying in my lane, posting videos on Instagram, you know, being like, hey, this is what I use for my makeup primer with no makeup, and not, you know, you have to be yourself. Like, can't be like, oh, I'm going to do a no makeup picture and put makeup on. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just very self-aware. And I think it's hard because for a long time I used to be very nitpicky, you know, but as the years go by, and I think it comes with age too, I'm turned 42 this year, that you just kind of don't care anymore. And you just kind of focus on, you know, hey, oh my God, I'm getting to the older age now. So I need to really start focusing and not worrying, because I want to be this place by the time I'm 50, you know?
Yeah, you can't worry about a time. And it's interesting that you say that too, because when I first started doing my show and things like that, I used to have a green screen and I used to work for 10 hours trying to teach myself how to make the green screen look like a background at E! News. And
Yeah.
I didn't want to mess up. I literally did my makeup for hours, my hair for hours, trying to be perfect. But I wasn't getting anywhere because I was exhausted because it would take 10 hours to do one thing. And I was just like, if I mess up, I mess up. Let's keep it in. Someone watching will, like, I look at people mess up and I'm like, oh, thank goodness I'm not alone. Like, they have the courage. I should have that courage.
Yeah. When I first started doing TV segments, I was so nervous that I had to wear like socks, even if I had like high heels on, because my feet would sweat so bad. You know, and I would practice for like hours. It was like a 2-minute segment. I'd stay up like the whole day, couldn't do anything the day before. Nope, I got to learn this segment. It's 2 minutes, right? Now I'm like, what am I doing? I just take 2 today. I'm like, what am I doing? Okay, cool. I got it. And if I mess up, I stumble along the way, it just makes you human. You know, it's live TV. It's like nobody's perfect, and, you know, you laugh about it and move on, you know?
Yeah, it can become a viral moment and make you even bigger anyways. If you
Hey, you never know.
Yeah, use it to your benefit. So we only have a few minutes left. So I want to talk to you more about your skincare line. Obviously, what's important to me is people to meet who's behind it, because there's magic. You don't know the magical people behind what's happening.
Right.
But tell us a little bit more about it.
So, like I said, Beauty Kitchen, clean, simple ingredients, all natural. We have a ton of vegan options. I'm currently obsessed with our honey cleanser. We're going to be doing a matcha tea line as well, which I'm really excited. And I'm doing a mushroom line as well, because mushroom is all the rage for your skin. I need to send you some stuff too, so make sure I get your address. I'll load you up, girl. And I also just recently incorporated, I have a Canada, I can't talk, corporation, Marianna Naturals. So we'll be going public on the Canada market. So I'm really excited about that. So you can follow at Beauty Kitchen Junkie and at Marianna Naturals. I would really appreciate it. Marianna Naturals needs a little help.
I'm going to have a lower third with all of it, and I'm going to link everything below so everybody watching can come and find it. But
cool. Thank you.
Before we end, what's the biggest message you want to share with everybody watching?
I think the biggest message that I can say to anyone is just don't give up and keep going. And there's going to be some hard times. I mean, last summer, I was so stressed getting one of my deals done. I was in and out of the hospital. I couldn't eat. You know, you got to keep going. Please don't make yourself sick like I did. Get adequate sleep like I don't. But keep going and, you know, and stay focused. And you're going to have to give up a lot of your personal stuff along the way. Like I can't go out on the weekends. I can't be drunk. I can't be hungover. Like I don't have time for it because I have to work the next day and run a company. But the end benefit is going to be so worth it that you're going to be so glad you did.
Yeah, keep on the right track. That's such a good message. Thank you so much for coming on the show
today. Thank you.
It's amazing to see all the things that you manifested your dream career through really affirmations and pure belief in yourself.
If I can do it, anybody can do it because I did it all on my own. So anybody can.
It's possible. Well, thank you so much. And
no, thank you.
Obviously, I've linked everything below, and we'll see you guys next time for our next Dose of Bliss. Bye.
Bye.